So, a pig goes to a psychiatrist. He says, "Doc, I can't help but think that when people look at me, they want to turn me into bacon." The psychiatrist says, "I can cure you." Roll intro. Hello there, Sully here, the retired tanker yanker. Welcome to Transitions. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you do, you will receive good luck. Okay, maybe you won't, but might take a chance. And welcome to my new subscribers. You guys really make this fun. Now, I have a friend who is quite ignorant in the field of music. Okay, lots of people are. As I have said before, I tend to gravitate towards the non-pop artists who don't get a lot of commercial airplay. Now, you like what you like, and I don't judge. But one thing I don't like is being judged. I like what I like. And just because you aren't familiar with the songs I perform, that doesn't mean that they aren't any good. And in fact, most of them are far superior to the garbage being pumped out in heavy rotation on commercial radio these days. But the record companies only put their money behind something which will enable them to sell something or sell the song to advertising so something can be sold. That's the nature of the music business. Anyway, this friend called me last week and asked me if I've ever heard the song Tear-Stained Letter. I told him, and I quote, "Duh!" I informed him that that song was written by Richard Thompson. This, by the way, is another facet of the Dunning-Kruger effect. I haven't heard of it, therefore no one has heard of it, but that's as may be. He had recently discovered Cajun music, a type of music I've been listening to for, well over 35 years. And this particular song, Tear-Stained Letter, was covered by Joel Saunier, who had a hit with it, and it has become his favorite. I've heard Saunier's cover, and it's excellent, but Richard Thompson is in fact the author of this song. And Thompson and Saunier once teamed up to perform a version of the song on TV. They did it as a duet, trading off verses. But my point is that Richard Thompson is a rare and a unique talent. He's also one of my guitar heroes. For those of you not familiar with Richard Thompson, he of course is one of the founding members of the seminal British folk rock band Fairport Convention. And I've spoken about him before, so I'll not go into that this time, but maybe you can check out his music. So today, I'm doing a Richard Thompson song. Not Tear-Stained Letter, because that song requires orchestration. And as you can see, I don't have an orchestra. Instead, I've chosen a song which can be done solo, and that song is Beeswing. It's a beautiful song, and I only hope that I've done it justice. Roll video.
I was 19 when I came to town. They called it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, the hawks against the doves. I took a job in the steaming down on Cartram Street. I fell in love with a laundry girl who was working next to me. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price on love, I'll stay, and you wouldn't want me any other way. kind of face with a look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights, or there was animal in her eyes. She said, "Oh man, now can't you see, I'm not the city kind. If you don't take me out of here, I'll surely lose my mind." She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine that I might crush her where she lay. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, "As long as there's no price on love, I'll stay, and you wouldn't want me any other way." Around the market towns and pick fruit down in Kent, and we could tinker lamps and pots and knives wherever we went. And I said that we might settle down, get a few acres dug, fire burning in the hearth and babies on the rug. She said, "Oh man, you foolish fan, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you'll not own me as well." She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, "As long as there's no price on love, I'll stay, and you wouldn't want me any other way." We were camping down the Gower one time, work was pretty good. She thought we shouldn't wait for the frost, and I thought maybe we should. We were drinking more in those days, tempers reached a pitch, and like a fool I let her run with a rambling hitch. Sleeping rough, back on the Derby beat, white horse in her hip pocket, and wolfhound at her feet. And they say she even married once a man named Romany Brown, who lived in a gypsy caravan. There was too much settling down. And they say her flowers faded now, hard weather and hard booze, but maybe that's just the price you pay for the chains you refuse. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, and I miss her more than ever words could say. If I could just taste all of her wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms today, well, I wouldn't want it any other way.
You know, while I was doing research for this video, I came across an entry on my Google search that said Music and Lyrics by Christy Moore. Christy Moore is a fine artist, and he did cover this song, but he is not the author. Richard Thompson is, in fact, the author. But, like my friend, some people have only heard Moore's cover. I just assumed it was his song. But, you know, that's sort of like Christy Moore's brother, Luca Bloom, getting credit for the song I Need Love. We all know that LL Cool J wrote that one, but Bloom did cover it, and it's an excellent cover, by the way. But it happens that people fail to do research, and they usually wind up embarrassing themselves publicly. That's why I do research on the songs I cover. I do put a lot of work in on these videos, and it's not just sitting in front of a camera and singing and playing a song. I write the scripts for these monologues, I edit the scripts, I record the monologue, and that recording and the recording of the videos requires rehearsal, often several takes, and quite a bit of production. And there's gear setup and breakdown too. Hey, I'm an old man with a bad back, and it's hard work. I do suffer for my art. So if you watch this far, do me a solid and subscribe. Well, the Delaware Valley is still digging out from our second snowstorm of this winter. We didn't get quite as much as was predicted, but it still was significant. And I didn't get to the Y on Monday and Tuesday because of the snow, so my workup schedule has had just a slight hitch in its giddy up. But I am back at it. My weight loss now stands officially at 33 pounds, and I'm feeling great. So, until next time, this is Sully, the retired tanker yanker. Safe and happy travels.